The new Dag Nasty record is called Minority of One with Can I Say lineup. It's being made because it sounded like a really great idea and it sounded like a lot of fun, and it proved to be both. People are Dave Smalley fans. You know it's Dave Smalley the minute he opens his mouth, whether it's TYS, whether it's Down by Law or Dag Nasty. He has a certain, there's a certain quality to his voice that is unique that people respond to in a very positive way. There's an incredible difference between Peter Dag Nasty and Dave Dag Nasty, but yet it's still me writing the songs, and it's not like I was writing specifically for either person. It's just really interesting. The Dave Smalley version tends to come out more aggressive, and the Peter stuff tends to be a little more cerebral and a little more laid back. Peter's a little more laid back. Maybe that's why. Well, I wrote most of the lyrics for the Can I Say era, which would be including the very beginning with Sean and then through Dave. I think that there's a simplicity to the Can I Say lyrics that people respond to. And the reason they're simple is because I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. And especially at that time, I was 20 years old, wrestling with these concepts and trying to put them to music, and I'd never done it before. I never wrote lyrics for Minor Threat, and it's just kind of a happy accident. Though there are elements of Four on the Floor that I enjoy, we really tossed that together. We went in and made a record, and we basically wrote it while the tape was rolling. And I think it sounds like that. I think that the amount of effort you put into something is, I think that a Dag Nasty fan can hear it. And that's why about half that record to me is just sort of a throwaway. This record, I started writing for it months and months prior to the recording. I really kind of wanted to make sure that we didn't have that Four on the Floor problem where you're in there in a recording studio at an hourly rate trying to scribble lyrics on a notepad. I just didn't have enough preparation for that one. And this one I knew this record had to be really, really, really strong, because what's the point of doing it? I mean, it's not like I need to do Dag Nasty because of I'm stagnating musically. I mean, my Bad Religion thing is an amazing outlet for me, but the Dag Nasty, I just think it deserved a real serious effort, and that's why we all put in the hours. Hopefully it's going to turn out as good as I think it is. I don't write songs in Bad Religion, I play guitar. I haven't written songs in years. I started writing songs. I was just sort of sitting around and stuff kept coming out, and coincidentally, it was right around that time that Colin just called me one day and said, you know what, I've got some friends at Revelation who would put out a record if we wanted to do a record. You ever think about doing another record? And I said, yeah, I'd like to do another record. It was really that simple. There was no, let's get the band back together, let's shop for a deal, let's kickstart this machine and go take it on the road. I mean, it was just this organic thing where, Dave lives near DC, and I talk, Colin and Dave and Raj, we've been friends for years, we talk all the time, and it just sort of worked out. I had a break in my Bad Religion schedule, Colin had a record label that wanted to put a record out for us, and I was already writing songs, so we just sort of focused a little harder so we could make it where we would all be in the same place at the same time. The record sounds like Wig Out on steroids with Dave singing. I mean, that's really the best way I can put it. I wasn't trying to recreate anything. I didn't go, okay, we got to have the Can I Say era sounding song and then a Field Day style song. This is just the songs that I wrote, that just came out, and I demoed up all the music, sent them around to the guys. Dave wrote a bunch of lyrics. Colin and Raj rehearsed the stuff off the demos that I put out. We got in the studio and went. What I think makes a good musician is developing a signature style and being able to be instantly recognizable, and a lot of people have that. And if I believed in God, I would thank him for the fact that for some reason when I play guitar you can tell it's me no matter what I'm on. And I've been on such a wide variety of music, but this is just something that happens. I don't know where the hell it comes from. And I'm really glad it's there, and I'm really glad people like it. I have no explanation for it. I've just always played guitar in a little bit in this same weird way. Where people grab a bar chord, my hand always goes to some place just a little bit south. There's no science, you know? I don't know how to read music. I'm completely self-taught. I'm incredibly proud of it. I'm awed by it. I feel really lucky that it happened, because that's what it feels like. It feels like things that just happened to me. It doesn't feel like I engineered any of this. I don't feel as though I set a goal to be this influential guitarist. I feel that the world, it just happened, and I was just lucky enough to be there at the right time. I mean, if I hadn't gone to the right high school, I wouldn't have been in Minor Threat, and none of this would have started. It's only because I went to the right high school, and I had funny hair. And the guy in 12th grade, I was in 10th grade, and one of the punk guys in 12th grade said, "Hey, my friends and I are forming a band, do you want to play in it?" What if he hadn't asked me? It's so weird. This whole progression is so weird. I'm really not trying to do anything. It just keeps happening. As far as back together, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if we're ever going to play a show. I wanted to make a record. You know, the process of making a record and recording is so much fun for me, and maybe that's why I've done so many records. That's all I was looking towards. I mean, everybody's grown up. Dave's in Down by Law, Colin and Raj, they're married, they have jobs they love. You know, I can't see these guys getting in a van and going around the country for 6 weeks. I'm the only one who's dumb enough to continue to do this with my life, you know, and it was really about making the record. So to answer the question, is now the right time to get back together? I don't really call it getting back together, and timing has nothing to do with it as far as you know, I'm not thinking about it in a global sense. It was the right time because I had a couple of months off from Bad Religion and I'd written all these songs. We're doing it, it's just, we're totally relaxed about this thing. Dag Nasty has just always kind of existed anyway. I don't even consider it a reunion per se. I mean, these guys have been my friends for 15 years. And just so happens this time hanging out with instruments instead of just hanging out. Dag Nasty is a really fun recording project that comes up, well, now it seems like every 10 years, but I hope to shorten that to about every couple. You know, this record's been so much fun to make that we're going to do another one in a couple of years instead of waiting another 10.
Want to see more video interviews? Log on to www.musicforautobahns.com and check out the video section.